This iconic classic is brought to you by Audio-Philia, connecting music with Bang & Olufsen.
Right, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to my full review and insight into the Bang & Olufsen Beocenter 9000. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're wondering why I'm doing this video outside, because it is the review of an amplifier. Well, the unit is actually too heavy to move into a video background worth watching. I've only got it in my room against a white wall. So doing it outside, you get a better view, you can play around with some camera shots and everything, and we'll be working off a lot of B-roll to pull off the video, so hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so it's taken a surprising amount of effort to get my hands on this Beocenter 9000. You see, it's actually taken 2 attempts. Now, I got my first one, I spent a lot of money on one from Sussex, from an authorised reseller. But when I opened it on Christmas Day, it was bloody unresponsive. You know, it didn't do anything, and very limited functionality. It would not carry the label mint condition. So I had to send that back. I thankfully got my money back as well, and I proceeded to find another one. And luckily I found the last one for sale in the UK. Yeah, in the entirety of the UK I found one. This is from Edinburgh, and it is from a shop called Audio-Philia. It's a really great guy. He sells these amazing bits of equipment. You should really check it out. Links in the description. I'm not sponsored by him or anything, but I was just amazed by the service I got from him. It was really great. Now, this amplifier was first designed in 1986 by Jacob Jensen. So his first idea was that you could control the Beocenter without even touching it. Now that's like 30 years before Samsung tried to do that with their S4, I think, their phone. They actually scrapped that idea because they couldn't get the technology to really catch up at that time, and it was a little awkward for an amplifier for that. So instead, we have a complete Sensi touch panel, they called it, where high frequency current will go through the front panel. So at a touch of a button, you can get any function up, which is really great. And despite its age, it's a really great touch panel. There's no latency, there's no lag. It's a very, very responsive touch panel. Now, Jacob Jensen was also responsible for my last amplifier. That was the Beolab 1700. That was 10 years before. So in this review, I'll be comparing this amp to my last one. That's 10 years apart. So it'll be quite interesting to see the differences. Okay, so we're gonna get into raw specs now. The amplifier outputs to 4 80-watt channels. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I've been testing it with the Wharfedale Diamond 7.1 loudspeakers, a pair of them, and they are 100-watt speakers. Now, in a small room, which is what I use them in, that is a destructively pounding amount of sound. So you're not left with too little volume in that respect. Now, on the connections on the back, you do actually get a preamp out. So if you want to do up that sound, you can buy the Beolab 200. This is a monoblock amplifier that Bang & Olufsen used to make the sound output of this amp in particular much better. So if you've got a pair of them, you'd have 200 watts per channel. That is incredible. Now, technically, there are 3 inputs for this amplifier. You've got the auxiliary, which is the normal one. You've got phono, that's for record players. And the third one is technically the tape 2. I mean, you could use it as an input if you really wanted. Now, the other functions are obviously the CD player and the actual internal tape player, which works surprisingly well. I was really impressed by the pounding sound it gave out. It's very clear, very clean, because of the Dolby decoding they've got built in. It's got 2 types of noise reduction. I think this is called the C and the B noise reduction. They work very well. So something that not a lot of people know about amplifiers is that the sound is quite different between different models. So in this test, I'm going to be comparing it to the Beolab 700 I had before. So the sound is a lot nicer, it's a lot tighter. Starting off the highs, it's more open and it's better controlled. With the mids, there's not as much difference. I mean, generally better controlled, but the real difference is the bass. It's a much tighter bass. It actually, I'm going to admit, the bass on the last amp I had is more powerful, but it's completely uncontrolled. It throws out the bass, and it actually starts to ruin my loudspeakers. But with this one, the Beocenter 9000, you get much more tighter control of bass, and it will continue with that up to any volume you choose. Now, the remote is something also really worth considering looking at. So it is a cast metal remote, and a lot of people are going to laugh when I go on about remotes and things, but wow, it's a heavy piece of equipment, and it's got such a tactile feel after all of those years, and I end up using it next to my desk a lot, and it's really useful in those respects. So definitely worth getting a remote. It is around £80 used, so it's a huge amount, but it's a nice remote, definitely. So overall, this is my dream amplifier. Honestly, I've got in my room my most wanted amplifier. So the reason why this is because it's got the preamp out. Even if I wanted big, huge loudspeakers, I could power them with external monoblack amplifiers. It means that this 30-year-old amplifier, it doesn't need to be replaced. As long as I like the way it works, that's fantastic. I don't need to replace it, I just need to kind of update parts of it. That is fantastic. So I'm planning to update my Wharfdale speakers with Beolab 8002 loudspeakers. They are active kind of floor standing loudspeakers, and they go for about £1,000. If I wanted to try and find that money for those, I will. They are definitely worth going for, and I hope I can get that for you in the future. So the question is, who is this amplifier for? Now, I've had quite a few people ask me, why do I spend so much money on a Bang & Olufsen amplifier? I mean, it's old, it's really expensive, and a lot of people just prefer to go for new consumer-grade quality items. So as for all products in the Bang & Olufsen range, there's one simple answer. This amplifier is for people who want to separate themselves from disposable electronic items of today and move into the serenity of Bang & Olufsen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the apparent storm right behind me. We will be doing a full behind the scenes of everything we've done, because it is a learning curve. My friend Jack on sound, you can't see him in the video, but he's on sound, and I'm trying to teach him all of what I've done today. And you'll be doing the same in the behind the scenes. You'll be learning how we set all these shots up, how we did run and gun shooting, and how also we're going to edit this. So I'm Jason for the TheXtremesoundz Audio and Vision. Please subscribe and like the video if you did. Again, thanks for Audio-Philia for their iconic amplifier that they sold to me. A brilliant service they gave me. And also for Bang & Olufsen for helping me out with this video. I hope they watch this. I hope they love this. I'll see you in the next one. Oh!